lovely. I hate to have it over.
Is it over? Do I have to go?
Not if you don't want to. Would you like a cool drink?
Wonderful. Here you are, a foaming beaker.
Anyhow, it's cold.
Now, if you'll please be seated, I'd like to offer a toast.
We are seated.
The sycamore to you.
Thank you, Mr. Kirby. To you.
I wouldn't trade a moment of this evening for all of the rice and shine.
Really?
Cross my heart.
Is it very late?
Very. I don't want to go.
I don't want you to.
All right, I won't. When are you taking your vacation?
Last 2 weeks in August.
I might take mine then too.
Really?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I haven't given it much thought.
Going away, you think?
I might not. I do love the city in the summertime.
I do too.
But you always go up to Maine, don't you?
Why, yes. But I'm sure I'd love the city in the summertime. That is, I'd like it if... Oh, Alice, you know what I'm trying to say. I'd like it if you were here.
Well, it'd be nice if you were here too, Tony.
You know what you're saying, don't you?
What?
That you'd rather spend your entire summer with me than anybody else.
It looks that way, doesn't it?
Well, if it's true about the summer, how would you feel about the winter?
Yes. I'd like that too.
And then comes spring and fall, and if you could see your way clearly about those in the sycamore.
Yes.
That's the whole year. Have you forgotten anything?
No.
Oh.
Alice? Alice, honey, is that you? Oh! Mr. Kirby! Excuse me. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Oh, not at all, Mrs. Sycamore.
No, Mother. Well, don't mind me. I'm just here to get a manuscript, and you can go right back to whatever it was you were doing. Ah, here it is. Sex takes a holiday. Good night, Mr. Kirby.
Night, Miss Sycamore.
Now, I think you can call me Penny. Don't you, Alice? That's right, Tony. That's father.
This time of night?
Any time of night, any time of day.
Alice, you're more beautiful, more wonderful, more adorable than anyone else from
Don't, Tony. I can't.
What?
I can't, Tony.
Just because your mother... Alice, all mothers are like that. And Penny's a darling. See, I'm even calling her Penny.
No, I want to make this clear to you. I should have told you a long time ago, but I didn't have the courage. I allowed myself to be swept away because I loved you so.
Darling.
No, Tony, you're of a whole different world, a whole different kind of people. I don't mean money or socially, that's too silly. But your family and mine, it just wouldn't work.
Alice, we're not going to live with our families. It'll be just you and I.
But it's never quite that. I love them, Tony. I love them deeply. Some people could cut away, but I couldn't. I know they do rather strange things, and I never know what to expect. But they're fun, and I don't know, there's sort of an ability about them. I mean, the way that they don't care about things other people give their whole lives to. They're really wonderful, Tony.
Alice, you talk as though you could only understand them. Why, I fell in love with them tonight.
But you, Tony, I want you, everything about you, everything about me to be one. Unless it could be one, I'd be miserable. And it just wouldn't work, Tony. It just wouldn't work.
Alice, every family has its curious little traits. My father raises orchids at $10,000 a bulb. Is that sensible? No. My mother believes in spiritualism. That's just as bad as your mother writing plays, isn't it?
But it goes deeper, Tony. Your mother believes in spiritualism because it's fashionable. And your father raises orchids because he can afford to. My mother writes plays because 8 years ago a typewriter was delivered here. By mistake.
Darling, what of it?
Look at Grandpa. 35 years ago, he just quit business one day. He went up to his office and came right back down. He just stopped. He said he could have been a rich man, but it took too much time. And so for 35 years, he's been going to circuses and commencements and collecting snakes. It never occurs to any of them. Do you see what I mean, Tony? Could you explain Grandpa to your father? You couldn't, Tony. You couldn't. I should have known. I did know. I love you, Tony, but I love them too. And it's no use, Tony. It's no use.
Alice, the only thing you said to me, and that makes sense, and that matters at all, is that you love me.
But Tony, I know so well.
Darling, don't you think other people have the exact same problem? Everyone's got a family.
But not like mine.
That doesn't stop people who love each other. Darling, won't you trust me and go on loving me and forget everything else?
How can I?
Because nothing can keep us apart. You must know it, just as I know it. They want you to be happy, don't they? They must.
Of course they do. But they can't change, Tony. I wouldn't want them to change.
They don't have to change. They're charming, lovable people, just as they are. You're worrying about something that may never come up.
Am I, Tony?
The only thing that matters right now is that we love each other, right?
Yes.
Well then.
Yes, Tony, yes!
Now, I'd like to see some happiness around here. Young gentlemen calling and getting engaged and everything.
What do I say?
Well, first, you thank the young man for getting engaged to you.
Thank you, Mr. Kirby, for getting engaged to me.
And then you tell it what it is about him that first took your girlish heart.
The back of your head.
Huh?
Uh-huh. It wasn't your money and it wasn't your charm. It was the back of your head. I just happened to like it.
What happened when I turned around?
Oh, I got used to it after a while.
Oh, I see. Oh, Alice, we're pretty lucky, aren't we?
I know I am. The luckiest girl in the world.
Well, I'm not exactly unlucky myself.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Oh, but I'm happy.
Are you, Tony?